7 years ago, Madagascar was rocked by violence as a political coup turned bloody. When relative calm was restored to allow a fresh election, the man left standing was Hery Rajonarimampianina, who went on to become president and who joins me now for this edition of the Global Conversation. Mr. President, you've spent 2 troubled years in office. How do you feel?
I feel engaged, more engaged for the good of the Malagasy people, for the good of the country. Today, the most important thing for me is the determination to go forward, to get this country and its people out of poverty, to exploit resources which are in this country for the good of the people.
Have you always had the ambition to be president?
No. Back in 2009, I never thought of becoming president. I simply thought I had a responsibility, as I was finance and budget minister, that I had an enormous responsibility, and that it was an opportunity to serve the country. And then later, I became president, which gave me another chance to serve the country a bit more. And then, because I was young, thoughtful about the good of the country, the training and experience I've had, the profession that I exercised, all that, in my opinion, provided what I'd call the foundations that formed the man.
So let's go back to a year ago when there was the beginning of the impeachment process. Members of your own party were coming up against you. Did that feel the same as the coup?
No, you can't compare those two events. It's true, last year these things happened, but I think the politicians spoke, but the people also reacted. The people demonstrated that their main interest is stability and development.
So talking of stability, Mr. President, it's only 2 years ago that the World Economic Forum ranked your country as among one of the lowest in the world for political stability. How do you react to that?
My first objective is to put in place this stability. We need political stability. We need this stability to attract investors. This stability is needed at different levels. It's called for in our deliverance of rights, the fight against corruption, good governance too. But if I can only just talk about investors, then we're putting in place a framework in which our businesses can attract and benefit from investments.
When you were last here, you described your country as being a work in progress in terms of its economic development. How would you assess it now?
The work in progress is continuing. It's a big job. We're carrying out big projects which are called structural. I'm not here to criticize what went on before, but our weakness is not having structural projects in the country. For example, let's consider energy. How can it be today that in a country like Madagascar, considering we have sun, wind, and very large flowing water, that 70% of our energy is produced by combustibles or fossil fuels? I think that's unacceptable. So today, I'm here to put in place renewable energy projects to make the most of our resources in order to boost our development. That's what I call structural projects.
Your country, of course, is very rich in natural resources, but still desperately poor. And, of course, with the fall across Africa in commodity prices, what are your plans to diversify?
That's a paradox we want to address. We want to use our resources to help our country develop. It's true that mining industry is very important to our country. And last year, we suffered when prices dropped. But we don't only have mines in Madagascar. We have great potential in several different sectors, like tourism. If you consider our ecosystem, which is practically unique, we have fauna and flora endemic in Madagascar. And all those things contribute to allow us to offer a different tourism experience based on ecological development.
Later this year, your country plays host to the COMESA as well as the Francophone heads of state. What's your message to them?
These are the events which cement, first of all, Madagascar's return to the international stage and which consecrate the international community's support to Madagascar as it tries to pick itself up again. I think it's a strong signal, and we deserve it too. And we will be putting all our efforts into making these summits a success.
So finally, Mr. President, I just wanted to ask you one question which my children have wanted to know, and that's given the success of the Hollywood animation film Madagascar, has that affected tourism a bit?
Now, just the word Madagascar rings a bell with children. Adults too know the name Madagascar. And now we have to do more. I think people are interested in the country. I feel little by little the world of commerce is getting to know the country. Not only through the film, but the movie has given others the opportunity to learn about Madagascar, its fauna and flora, to discover lemurs, animals endemic to Madagascar, rare species, turtles, and things like that. So for me, I think it's helped us on our way out.
Moi, je crois que ça fait quand même son petit bonhomme de chemin. Mr. President, thank you for joining me today on the Global Conversation.
I think I should be the one to thank you.